Today I'll be taking a look at set 6479 from 1998. I recently got this set and I was really surprised by the amount of stuff that comes with it. It's basically an entire rescue command base with so many vehicles and a lot to do, and it was interesting to sort of compare this to modern LEGO sets and see how packaging and the product itself has changed. With the box, as you can see in these shots, there's a lot of alternate models on the back. There's this amazing fold-out flap where you can see the inside contents of the box. This isn't a sealed copy, which would look more like this, but my one I've managed to rearrange somewhat like it would look. All the minifigs inside are packaged complete, and some of the larger parts are sort of on display. It was really interesting how these old boxes looked. They were a lot simpler in a way, but also had a lot going on, if that makes sense. But inside you can kind of see how the parts look. All the parts are sort of sorted into much smaller bags, and parts are grouped together roughly by size. There's no numbered bags at this point in time, but minifigs and some other larger pieces are kept separately. If you lift up that, you can see the rest of the box, including some of the packs and pamphlets it came with. This set did come with an actual LEGO catalog from 1998, which was really interesting to look through, as well as a LEGO service pack from 1998, where you could order parts before Pick-a-Brick existed, as well as the instruction manual in the back right there. Now, this is the set all built up. You can see that the one that I have is in pretty good condition for its time. All the stickers and everything look great, and there's a lot that comes with the set for the price of it. As we go around the build, you can see that there are a lot of vehicles and a lot of space to pose minifigs, so many different things around the build that really makes us feel like a large, complete set that has a lot going for it. So when we look around the front of the building, you can kind of see how the ramp works. The main structure is built on these two ramps that you can even drive small vehicles like the small trike here up. The trike is actually interesting because it has the front wheel is movable. You can actually shimmy it side to side, which I don't think I've seen in any modern LEGO bikes, which is really interesting. The color scheme looks great, and all the minifigs work really well in this theme. Now we get to the vehicles, of which there are 5 in the set, if you count the lifeboat and the buggy. First up, we'll go with the main truck. This is quite a simple looking truck, but this could have been its own set all on its own. It comes with a lot of transparent parts in different colors, as well as these two rotating winches on the back, which have to be tied manually and are really cool for posing different things and work really well to add to the playability of the set. Next is the speedboat. This is also a very simple build that has a couple stickers on the side and comes with another winch at the back. It also has this stretcher that you can pick up using the helicopter, but otherwise it's a very simple build for the boat. The helicopter is my favorite of the builds. It has a really cool rotating winch, obviously the working propeller. You can flip up the cockpit and put a minifig in, and they fit pretty well. Overall, it's a pretty decent helicopter build, and the fact that you get this as well as all the other vehicles makes this a pretty cool set. Here you can see how the winch mechanism works. You can just pull it down and then pick up the stretcher, and it is very easy to transport it then. And then the consistent color schemes of all the vehicles and the lights make them all work really well together and add a lot to the set. Focusing again on the building, you can see how a few very large pieces help to make the entire structure feel a lot bigger. The main pier triangle at the front also is the same piece used for the roof. It also means that the entire pier feels a lot wider. You can put a lot of minifigs and vehicles on the pier. And even around the sides of the build, you can see how a bunch of small items like fire extinguishers, binoculars, even this front sticker piece that goes over 3 bricks is done. The red antenna. You also have the satellite dish on the top. That dish swivels from side to side and also has that really cool neon green light on the inside. There's also a lot of different things like weapons and little items on the sides you might have noticed. There's actually 3 of these little weapon racks. They come with different utensils. A lot of them are quite hard to find nowadays, especially since the color's discontinued. But it's really cool that they give so many of these accessories in 3 different places around the build. It means that you have a lot more you can do with the minifigs. The building starts to look a lot more empty when you go around the back. There really isn't much to it except for the big structure supports that build up the roof. But if you look inside, you can see that there's a few stickered elements and a few prints to make up this big console at the side here. It looks really good from the inside, and overall it's a nice little space to put minifigs. The chair rotates, but otherwise it's quite simple on the inside. I also want to quickly touch on the minifigs. They're quite simple in the set, with only 3 different unique torso prints between them. All very simple, quite classic faces, and some very recognizable headpieces. None of these minifigs are particularly valuable, but they all add a lot to the set, and 5 of them is really good.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Start the new rescue helicopter. Hey! Build the helicopter. And off to the rescue. Prepare the lifeline. Lower the stretcher. And make the rescue. The new emergency collection from Lego City.
And so overall, the set has a lot more to offer than it initially looks like, with a lot of good vehicles, plenty of minifigs. It's a really good set that I think was the largest in its theme. The rescue theme overall was very short-lived, but it's definitely interesting to see how this black and yellow color scheme works in rescue for such a strange Lego City set. But overall, it's really interesting. It's definitely very 90s, and features a lot of parts that are quite hard to find nowadays, including a lot of the utensils and minifig designs. Overall, a great set, and I hope you enjoy more of my videos. Be sure to stick around. Thanks.